Good morning, I'm Spencer Tillis.
And I'm Trayvon Miles.
And this is the Delmarva Sports Insider. Coming up in this week's episode, Delmar boys basketball was looking to keep pace in the Henlopen South, but could they first take a win when they played Indian River?
And the Bob Rowe Classic was held at James M. Bennett over the weekend. Pins and takedowns on display. Stick around for results.
Plus, the SU men's basketball team was looking for their third straight win, but could they get it when they squared off against York? You're going to have to stick around to find out. Well, we begin today with the most anticipated game of the week, Parkside hosting Y-High, the last two remaining undefeated teams in the Bayside. I tell you what, this game had it all. Rivals, and it lived up to expectations. Butch Waller has led his team into so many big games like this one, and his boys got the jump on Parkside early on. A great take here by Nelson Brown, turns the corner and then gets the reverse layup to go. And to the second quarter we go. The Indians open up a double-digit lead here after Travell Jones comes up with a steal that sparks the break, and then eventually Torrey Brittenham's going to glide in right there and then get that two-point layup. Y-High had a 20-point lead in the second half. A 20-point lead on the road, but the Rams fight back. Gary Bridell starts the break. He finds Juwan Williams, who would finish there with the left hand down low. The fourth quarter now, and this time it's Colin Ganner. He finds Bridell spotting up there on the right wing, and he's going to knock this three ball down. Look at the crowd. They're going nuts because that one tied it up. And then time winding down, the Rams able to put this thing away after Dejor Diggs gets in the paint here, takes a bump, finishes through it for the and one right there. The Rams come back from down 20 in the second half to beat Y-High 81-75, and wow. I mean, this game had it all. It was unbelievable. Everything that you expect to see in a rival game like that. And I tell you what, though, all I could sit there and say after the game was, when was the last time Butch Waller team has ever blown a 20-point lead? I asked some coaches. They couldn't even remember. I mean, it was in the second half that this happened. All that just for nothing. But you know what? It's only the second time that he's lost to Coach Byer. Big congrats to him. A great win for the Rams. But if you're an Indians fan right now, you got to be kicking yourselves because they had this game in the bag. They just missed a couple plays down the stretch. This is a disappointing loss for them.
Definitely, like you said, great comeback for the Rams, but an ultimately terrible, terrible, disappointing loss for Y-High. When you have Parkside on the ropes for 3 quarters, Parkside opened up a 20-0 run, Spencer, to start the fourth quarter. The building was electric. What a high school basketball game to be at. That was just an amazing experience.
Yeah, it was definitely, like I said, lived up to the expectations and more in that one.
Yes, well, Parkside and Y-High on Thursday in Maryland. We also got another rivalry special on Friday when Dover made the 5-minute trip to take on Polytech. Both student sections brought the noise all night long. Second possession of this thing, so would Ricky Hicks. Hicks from the corner, as cool as the other side of the pillow. Poly jumped out to a 7-0 lead early. Dover is athletic as any team I've seen this year. The junior Terrence Woodland tips in his own miss. Poly still leading 22-5 after 1. Check out the big man, Devon Mallard. At the one end, gets the block. At the other end, passes up to Greg, gets it back, and slams it home with 2 hands. Got to reward the big man. Mallard with the big finish, getting the crowd to his feet. Poly 41-19 at half. This right here might be the play of the year for me, Spencer. Thomas Hoskins serving facials up and over Mallard. Hoskins got a tech, man, for taunting. And I probably would have done the same thing after that. Good times went last for Dover, though. They call this kid #Jawan from Polytech. Gray with 16 big points on the night as Poly takes down Dover 68-64. Another electric atmosphere to be in. Poly came straight from the beginning out, didn't worry about the sellout crowd, ran their sets, got out to an early big lead, and held on for a huge win. Their first win against Dover since December of 2012, and what a good win it was.
Yeah, you're absolutely right with that. I mean, the saying goes, every game is the next big game, you know. But this one really was a huge game for them. Both teams really competed for that conference title, and now that the Panthers got that game in hand, they're really in the driving seat now the rest of the way. They have a chance of definitely making a run at that ship, maybe even taking a chance, you know, seeing what they can do when States comes around. Pump the brakes a little bit, I guess, on that one yet, but I think they might have a chance to make a run. And we had a huge 1A matchup Thursday night when Washington played host to Pocomoke. First half here is the Warriors' hustle is the one that created a little bit of offense for them. Dejor Mill finds Ramir Smith here, and he goes in for the layup off the loose ball, and then a few possessions later, a strong move here by Leander Roberts right through the defender, high off the glass, finishes for the and one. Pocomoke was up 15 on the road in the second half, but Washington made a run in this thing. Mark Jones from the top of the arc, he knocks that down, and all of a sudden it's a 6-point game. And then you think that was good hustle. Check out that play right there, diving to knock it away on a fast break. The senior laying it out on the line, but Pocomoke would finish this thing out. Tyler Nixon with the steal right here. Lay up at the other end as the Warriors pull out a huge road win. They take down Washington 80-72. And first off, I got to say that gym was rocking. I tell you what, they had a live DJ that was just killing it. The crowd was going nuts. And big shout outs, by the way, to Shayla Jones of Pocomoke Student Section. They were absolutely living it up in there. It felt almost like this game was being played in Pocomoke. But what a win for the Warriors. You know, I haven't really been giving them the respect they deserve. Seeing them in person, honestly, they might only be the 4th or 5th most talented team in the Bayside, but nobody plays hard in this team. They are the grittiest, and they are just a hustle team, and that makes up for a lot of those other deficiencies. They're one of the better teams in conference, hands down.
You know what? Pocomoke has always been scrappy. You know they're going to dig in. You know they're going to play tough on defense. You know they're going to give you every single ounce of effort they have, all indicative of their head coach, Fuchs. Always getting the most out of his team, as you saw year in and year out.
He got the most out of the reps in that one, too. I'll put it like that.
He did. Hey, we had one more big game on Friday, the Battle of Georgetown. Sussex Central traveling to Sussex Tech for yet another installment of the Route 9 rivalry. More love for the late, great Stuart Scott from the Tech Pack. Ravens giving their fans something to smile about early. Jamont Matthews roaming the land of the big man, gets the big offensive rebound and gets it back up for 2. Couple plays later, Brandon Palmer Jr., nice pass underneath, finding Shawan Sykes for the easy lay-in. Central fighting back as they always do. Jordan Brummel finding Deron Doherty. Head fake and the glass kid. Spencer, they always work out. Tech Pack came to play, though, especially this kid. Sykes showing off right now, just showing his mid-range game, too. 32 for Sykes in that game. Quote the Raven, nevermore. Tech taking this one 83-48, and I tell you what, Spencer, we knew this one wouldn't be close.
That's fair.
We knew this one wouldn't be close. Sussex Tech is clearly a more talented team than Central, but looking ahead to their schedule with Caesar Rodney, Dover, and a 7-1 AI DuPont team from the north, all within a 7-day stretch here coming up. The next week will tell the story whether Tech is contenders or pretenders.
Tech definitely reminds me a little bit of Bennett right now. Like they're the team that you think can really compete for that championship, but they're somewhere in between. They've got the talent. Inconsistency, that's definitely right. I think the true story of last week for the Ravens, though, was beating Bennett at home. I mean, that was a tight game. Then they pulled things away in the 4th. I still feel like the name of this game for them is Sykes. They're going to go as far as this kid can take them. And if this kid has shown anything all season long, he can take them pretty far. He ain't that bad at basketball. He's going to make some things happen for you.
Yes, sir.
Well, all right, it's time for our first commercial break, but coming up next, we are talking more high school hoops. Lake Forest was going for their first win of the year against Seaford. Keep it right here.
I'm Shawan Sykes, Sussex Tech guard, and you're watching the Marvel Sports Insider.